Welcome to Serenity Wealth Now with Chris Cooper. This is not your typical financial radio show. As a licensed CPA, insurance agent, and investment advisory representative, Chris coaches his clients on a holistic view of financial well-being with an objective of providing a complete financial strategy to fund life's goals. Chris is here to guide you down the path to the financial serenity you deserve. Now, here's Chris Cooper.
Good morning. All right. So we are going to talk about, obviously, taxes. We have to think about taxes. We got year end coming up here. Pretty soon, people are going to be filing taxes. They're going to go, oh my God, I'm paying all this money in taxes. And guess what, guys? Taxes suck. I've never met a single person that likes paying for taxes. So we want to think about tax efficient strategies, tax efficient solutions, and ways to make our money go longer. And if that means we can use other people's monies, perhaps saving money on taxes to do more and let those dollars stretch for ourselves. If we're business owners, for our employees, those are the things we like to focus on here at Serenity Wealth. And so in studio with me today, I've got my friend Andrew Biro. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, Chris. How are you?
Good. So Andrew and I've known each other for quite some time. Our boys have played soccer together for a little while. And we just started talking one day about each other's businesses and what we do. And we have a very common theme in terms of saving people's money on taxes.
We do. And
I think that's, so I'm like, what we need to get in here and we need to make sure we educate the public about what this looks like. And what you do actually doesn't cost employers a dime.
We were just talking. We don't, I don't sell anything. I don't have a product that costs money. I don't come into a corporate standpoint and have a company pay me any money. So what we do, we don't sell anything. We just educate.
I think that's incredible. So what offering do you have for folks? How do you help people?
So we specialize in a certain type of insurance. We specialize in supplemental insurance, and we do it from a corporate or small business standpoint. Okay. So supplemental insurance is completely separate than your traditional health insurance. It's completely separate from healthcare.
So this isn't go to the doctor because you need your annual physical or you have a common cold or something like that.
Nope.
So this is like you get hurt or something like that, or
we don't pay the doctors and the hospitals.
Okay.
We pay the individual who's insured.
So this isn't even workers' comp stuff.
Correct.
Okay. So your short-term disability is what I understand, right?
Yep.
What else?
We focus on accident, critical illness pieces, okay? So accident, obviously, slips, trips, falls, breaks, burns, all
Not
that
at work,
stuff.
at home.
Either or.
Okay, gotcha.
Either or. And then we also focus on critical illness. These are things that people never plan on. It's never going to happen to you. This is the bad news. Cancer, heart attack, stroke. These are killers.
Yeah, those are things that we don't want to have happen to us.
Obviously not.
No.
But no one plans for these things. No one has a game plan in place. Most people don't even have any insurance protections. They just assume health insurance.
And that's going to be the big healthcare deductible that you're going to have as well.
Absolutely.
So what you have a solution for is gives people the ability to have some, and this is insurance. So I happen to know insurance very well. And what I do, I know that most of the time when you receive insurance proceeds, it's usually tax-free.
It is tax-free. We love handing out checks and getting someone through a stressful time.
Yeah.
And we tell individuals, this is your money. Get you through this tough time.
And you're already dealing with something stressful. You got hurt, you can't go to work, or God forbid you had a cancer diagnosis or something and you're, doing chemo and all of those kinds of things. The last thing you want to think about is financial stress.
Yep.
You can alleviate that. That's pretty big.
My mom was a school teacher, and in 2008 she got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. So she was out of work for 14 months, and she was doing radiation and chemo and kind of fighting through it. But she didn't receive a paycheck for 14 months. So she just health insurance only covered so much. She depleted savings and kind of survived that way.
Right.
And she's doing great now. Knock on wood.
That's amazing.
She's fantastic.
The most important thing.
But I could only imagine her getting a check for $75,000 to get her through that rough time.
Right.
It would have been so much stress off her.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's kind of the offering here, right? The solution to some of these catastrophic kind of things that can happen. What is interesting is companies go, well, that sounds like a really neat thing. I probably need to have this for myself, for my employees. But, I don't know if I can afford that in my company.
Yeah. Most companies, if they do offer any kind of supplemental insurance program or offerings, most of it is a la carte, out of pocket. It's a completely voluntary program to each individual employee.
Yeah.
And you have employees going, you know what, times are tough and we are strapped and groceries cost more and everything else.
So they don't pay for it.
I can't afford another couple bucks out of my paycheck.
Right.
So if we can come up with a solution and offer that company a way to blanket their entire workforce with a lot of protections, not just one or two of these things. So if we can protect them with the GoFundMe type of emergency funds in the situation that an accident or critical illness happens, we love doing it and protecting them without costing the employees any money out of pocket.
Wow. Now that's fantastic. So if the employees aren't paying for it, then clearly the company has to, because somebody has to pay for this. Bud.
What if I tell you that the employees won't see a reduction in take-home pay and the company's actually going to save money?
Well, I don't know why everyone wouldn't be doing this, but
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
it's because they don't know about it. That's the key, right?
That's
so
what
education.
That's what we do. We don't sell anything. We educate.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. So ultimately, and we're talking about tax efficiency here, right? So I clearly know the answer here. So let's help educate the listeners here. That's really how this is working here.
It's a tax savings system, and it's a tax strategy from a corporate standpoint. And we walk through and can help a company from 5 employees all the way up through 500 plus employees. And we handle the compliance and we handle the hurdles and the hoops necessary to put this in place.
Well, I was going to say, it's got to be a burden, some kind of a burden on the HR department or something along those lines, right?
We handle everything.
That's nice.
We handle the claims. We handle it all. We handle enrollment. We handle it all. So there's no enrollment window. So most companies that we talk to, they want to talk benefits in the fall when open enrollment comes around.
Sure.
We try
because that's when healthcare comes around, right? Now, I know in life insurance and really most insurance, that's not how it works. There's not real open enrollment.
Yeah. So we try to educate the HR departments and even business owners of all kinds. We try to educate them that, hey, you don't have to wait for a period. There is no enrollment window. We can talk this kind of strategy all year long.
So ultimately, the programs you're talking about, you can enhance the offering to employees, protection, making them safer, giving them some peace of mind, which is incredibly important. And it's all paid through tax savings through payroll taxes. Correct. I'm assuming it's payroll taxes.
It's payroll taxes.
It's payroll taxes.
We are saving companies on payroll taxes. We average about $590 per employee per year. So, average sized company of 100 employees is going to save right around $59,000 a year.
That's not bad.
And that is going right back to their bottom line that they can direct and spend elsewhere. So we have companies ramping up marketing budgets. We have some that hire more staff. We have some that just throw a wild Christmas party.
Well, maybe you could take half of that money and perhaps, do some retirement planning, right? That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you came across a company with an extra $50,000 to spend a year, I'm sure you can come up with some good strategies on how to spend it. There's some cool things. Yeah, because I always talk about, we want to make sure we're protected, not just for today. We also want to protect ourselves for tomorrow. 100%.
We never know what we're going to do, what's going to happen in the future. We have to think about, and I always tell people that fund money, you have to have that fund money today. So sure, have some fun money today. But we also want to make sure future Andrew has a future that's fun as well. And so we have to put a little bit aside. So if we can take half of those savings and do some things to help our employees, to help ourselves fund a good retirement, then you spend the rest on that nice little holiday party.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
So we really try to educate the companies about this is a wonderful strategy to help protect their employees. But when you think about it from a hiring and retention standpoint, it is ultra competitive out there to have good people, retain good people. When you lose employees, that you're bleeding money to bring on someone new, to train them, to get them ramped up. This is an amazing program that will help increase and enhance the existing benefits that you already offer. It's a way to really give a benefit package that is going to outcompete any other company that's competing for the same employees. And you're doing it in a way without costing the employees any money out of their paychecks, and the company's saving money.
It makes complete sense. Like I'm sitting here going, all right, where's the catch here, buddy? Yeah. There's got to be some type of catch here.
It's been well overlooked over the years.
So how long has this program been around for? Because I'm seeing, why are not more people doing this?
This has been around for years and years and years. It's gotten a little more popular since COVID because when you look at the post-COVID world, hospitals have been overrun.
Yeah.
ER bills are through the roof, and the ERs are overcrowded. You're looking at, prescription drug costs through the roof. All these things have just gotten out of hand. And what the government is trying to do, they're trying to incentivize employers by having healthier employees.
Okay.
A healthier employee is going to go to the ER less. They're going to be on less prescription drugs. They're going to be, they're going to be in attendance more. When you think about who's missing work, and productivity goes through the roof when you get these people and you have a healthier employee. So the government is incentivizing with a tax saving strategy, and employers can tap into this, but no one knows how to do it. No one knows about it. Okay. And that's where our education comes in.
Right. Okay. So, because most people, like you've talked about, they add it on as a supplemental, and then the employer has to pay for it. And that doesn't help. In order for this to work, it has to be through an employment plan.
Yes, it has to be an employment plan. So what we do is we implement a wellness plan, and wellness plans have been around, but think about it as like a phone app or a website portal. And it is 24/7 access to telehealth, telemedicine. So we have couples counseling or family counseling. We have law advice. We have legal strategies on it. We have addiction recovery systems and programs in place. And it's all through that wellness platform.
Okay.
That wellness platform is a key ingredient to making this all work.
Sure.
If you have a wellness platform in place that is compliant with government standards, it enables employees to tap into some benefits.
Okay.
It's either use it or lose it. So,
most companies today
are
losing it.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's the key. They're not even tapping into this. So, from an employee standpoint, on average, we open up about $150 per month that each employee can spend on qualifying benefits. And this is completely separate than your health insurance.
Okay.
Qualifying benefits on the supplemental side would be accident, critical illness, so cancer, heart attack, and stroke protection. And then you're getting into short-term disability. You're getting into hospital confinement. Those are the key ingredients that we really focus on. Okay. So if you think about it, it's not costing your employees anything less out of pocket, and they can add in not just one or two of these things.
Yeah.
Because when they're paying for these things a la carte, if a company does offer this stuff, it's usually an out-of-pocket expense. The participation rates are so low.
Right.
We're talking 7% or less usually. And when we come in and present this to a company, our participation rates are usually 98, 99% because, again, you're not tapping into take-home money for the employees.
Right. Now, one of the keys is, I think you hit on it earlier, and I know this, my understanding is, in order for this to work, an employee does have to have medical insurance.
Correct.
So that's one of the keys.
Correct. It doesn't have to be through the group or through the company. It can be insurance that is something they have individual. They can have it, through a spouse, through a parent. As long as they have insurance coverage, as long as they're a W-2 employee and working full-time, they're eligible.
Not bad. Yeah. Not bad. And then the company pays that bill or pays for the program, but because it's a employer paid benefit, it is a deduction.
Correct.
Which then reduces that nice little 7.65% FICA
So it's
tax.
all handled through payroll. And what the company is doing is they're reducing their FICA exposure, and we're saving them in payroll taxes.
And there's peace of mind. And I think that's the cool thing is when you and I talk, there's always the financial component. We could totally geek out all day long on the financial pieces behind it. I'm a dork like that. Yeah, I know, that's okay. We need us out there behind the scenes doing these things, right? Yeah. But the reality is, and I love the fact that this also provides such peace of mind to the employees out there. I mean, the story you talked about with your mom, I mean, you've got so many stories out there where you run into a diagnosis or you run into a problem, you get hurt and you can't go to work for whatever reason. well, the short-term disability kicks in.
Yeah.
And now you're not going back to work too soon, causing yourself and others even that much more potential concern and harm, right? Yeah. That peace of mind makes sense. It's a great thing to have.
I got a voicemail from a client a few months ago, and he's protected on this stuff. Well, he opted to protect his 84-year-old mother. She slipped, tripped, broke a hip, and she was in there getting treated for that. And she got diagnosed while she was in there for cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And 84 years old, I don't think they were surprised, but they weren't. Yeah. I mean, they were blindsided by it.
Right.
But he called me and he left me a voicemail thanking me so much because they got a check for $25,000.
Not bad.
And she lives with him. They have a duplex and they live side by side, and it's down in the city, and it's a really nice place. But
recovery, okay.
Yeah, she recovered. But
excellent.
I mean, it wasn't like she was at work. She's retired, obviously.
Right.
But it's still peace of mind. I mean, there's still bills and expenses, and there's all kinds of things that go into a diagnosis like that. You think of, like an iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is what you see. It's all the other stuff underneath the ice, underneath the surface of the water that you don't realize. So,
and if you can't see it, you can't plan for it, right?
And it's not so much that health insurance doesn't cover this stuff. The client of mine, he was taking off work nonstop to run his mom into appointments, and that's lost pay for him.
Right.
So that $25,000 really didn't just help her; it helped him because of all the travel expense and the loss of income and the hours he was missing. So it goes a long way.
Medical policies do not cover these kinds of things. They do not. So when I talk about life insurance with individuals, first of all, I always say one of the best investments you could ever purchase is a life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
get it young.
It's get it young, but you know what? It's not you that benefits. It's your goals. It's your concerns. It's your objectives. It's your family, because your goals outlive you. And when your goals are sufficient and satisfied, they have that purpose, and it's still there, whether you're here or with us or not. And so, you have to pass away for it to have that great rate of return. But the peace of mind I have when I have that, monthly payment comes out of my check for my life insurance policy, I know my kids are taken care of.
Yeah.
And it's not about paying off bills or mortgages. No, you hit on it. It's income. If I'm not here doing what I do, helping people, well, that doesn't help my family either. Yep. So they have to be taken care of. It's income that's most important. And health insurance does not cover that.
No.
So it's important to have that kind of coverage. And if you can do that using programs that not everybody knows about to save some taxes and use company or programs that do exist, just kind of seems to make sense to me.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. I love talking about life insurance because it's so critically important. And most of the financial community out there, they either talk about life insurance and they love it and that's all they focus on, or they talk about investments and they're, life insurance, it's a waste of money. You should just, you don't need that. You kind of do. It's all kind of part of the holistic package. So I get geeked out about life insurance. It's very important and very powerful. So what do people need to do if they know that they don't have this available to them, or they don't think they have this available to them today? They don't have it, right?
They know they don't have it.
They probably right now. You can say, no. If you have this kind of opportunity and these kind of programs that do exist. So what's the key first step?
If you're an employee, reach out to your HR department and then have them get in touch with us. But if you're a business owner, small business owner, like I said, we kind of go down all the way to 5 employees. So there is advantages for small business all the way up to the big corporations. Anyone can tap into this program. And
it's $500, roughly, of course, you never know, but it's roughly $500 an employee per year.
On average, what we're seeing is $590.
$590. Yeah. I should have rounded up for you. I'm sorry. 600. We'll say 600. So, and that's tax savings. Mm-hmm. That's huge.
And that's straight revenue back to the bottom line.
It is.
Companies will see this savings, and it's not like you got to file a tax return at the end of the year and you get a credit or any of that stuff. They will see savings each and every payroll run. It is instant savings.
That means, so if it's on the payroll run, I know how payroll cycles work, right? So if you're paying somebody every 2 weeks, if your payroll cycle is every 2 weeks, that means this gets implemented. 2 weeks later, you start seeing that savings.
Company starts seeing savings.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And the other beauty is, we can sign up an employee and they have coverage a lot of times quicker than they can get on the company plan.
Okay. So now surely there's something where this is complicated to get established, right? So it's going to take a year or so to implement so that you can start seeing these savings.
We usually can get these implemented in as little as 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of times what we'll do.
That's a payroll cycle.
Yeah. Pretty much a payroll cycle.
Yeah.
So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll get with the HR department or payroll department and get some payroll data. We look at employee individual data. We'll look at W-4 information, how they file taxes, when they file their W-4.
Yep.
And then also what other deductions they have coming out, and we will analyze that data, and then we will come up with firm numbers.
Okay.
And then we'll go back to the company and just say, hey, Mr. Company Owner, this is what we can save you. This is what each and every employee can spend on qualifying benefits. And guess what? It's not going to cost your company a thing.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. And you get the benefits 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then every 2 weeks, from then on. So it's continual cycle every single year.
Continuous savings.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So then you have to have like a consulting fee or something that you charge to get this going, right?
No. So again, I don't sell anything, Chris. I don't ask for companies to pay me anything. I don't ask for the employees to pay me anything. We educate. That's all we do. Yeah.
That's pretty nice. So insurance is a pretty cool vehicle, and this is something that's commonly overlooked. So I do a lot with small business owners on succession planning, legacy planning, things that people don't think about. If you have a partnership agreement, and your company's worth $1 million, well, if you have a partner, one of you passes away, somebody's buying the other one out. So you better have $500,000 sitting around the table, right? Because of the what if.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen. So you have to plan for that what if. And we don't like to think about this stuff. But we have to, because if we don't think about this stuff, something bad's going to happen. And when it does, we're not prepared for it. So
what's the key ingredient to that?
So it's life insurance. Yeah. It is life insurance. It is not, oh, well, gosh, I better start putting away money to amount to $500,000 because guess what? That bad thing could happen tomorrow. So it's life insurance. It's the most efficient way to fund those kind of agreements.
And most business owners I know, people think they just pocket money all day long. Most of them are reinvesting in their company.
100%.
They don't sit on a ton of cash. Yeah. They just don't. So like you were saying, if they're in a partnership, something happens, they've got to buy out the other side. What do?
Yeah. The business is where your business, your money is invested in your business.
Correct.
And I'm a business owner. I know where my money is. Yeah. I have plans. I have some savings. Sure. And I have my own 401ks and great IRAs, all that stuff. Wonderful. But I would much rather invest in my own business, as most business owners do.
Yeah. Most smart business owners know that their money can work in different avenues in a better way than just sitting in a savings account.
Well, and I kind of like the idea of being my own CEO.
Correct.
So we don't need to have our money sitting around. We want to, so that means
get your money to work for you.
Put your money to work for you and protect yourself and your goals with life insurance to make sure your business can be successful long-term. And that's, I think, the key. So I look at the tax efficiency side of things as well. And when you buy somebody out and you got that check and it's tax-free because it's insurance, life insurance based, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. And you think about some of the financial burdens that these households have just from a financial, individual standpoint.
Yeah.
You get diagnosed or a situation where you're not working and you have all, your bills don't stop coming in when these things happen.
No.
So what happens is your bills actually climb,
right?
They increase, and your income can sometimes decrease. And it's how do you stay afloat?
And you're usually dealing with something that's fairly grievous, right? You've either lost you can't work right now. Yeah. You're dealing with treatments or therapies. What's going on with your health? If it's cancer, God forbid, you're dealing with chemo, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, well, the grieving process gets interrupted by the mountain of bills and all that stuff too. Yeah. So planning for this stuff, it's so important to have these conversations. People don't like to talk about death.
No, it's not a happy topic.
We don't like to talk about taxes, but you know what we do like to talk about? Saving money.
Yeah.
Right. That's fun money.
Yeah. Have other people pay your share.
Not too bad. Yeah. I like that. And that's one of the other things I like about life insurance is, quite frankly, it gives me the ability to help somebody and they don't have to pay me.
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Yep.
I love that.
You educate.
And then it just kind of makes sense. So key stuff, very important. Plan for that what if, plan for that unknown, because you never know what's going to happen. And if we can do things to help provide better value, better benefits to those around us, to our employees, provide that peace of mind, I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So,
it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a very good feeling. So, all right. So clearly this is you got year end coming up here, right? So we are going to be celebrating Christmas this week, and people kind of are shut down for the holidays potentially, but man, you don't have to have open enrollment or anything to get started on this.
It's a great way to get into the right mindset for 2025.
Absolutely.
It really is.
What an easy first year resolution, right? I mean, let's start by saving some money on taxes.
And how about a sweet gift to your employee?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes complete sense to me. So guys, there are little known strategies like this that do exist, and there are folks that can help educate. Reach out to us right here at Serenity Wealth. Reach out to Andrew Biro and get some help on getting these things implemented. We are here to help you guys. And that honestly, folks, serenity is what we're all about. Financial peace of mind. Give that to your employees. Give that to those important to you. Have a very Merry Christmas. Andrew, what are your Christmas plans? Anything exciting?
We lay low.
Yeah.
We just show up and tear up a house at family, and we leave. So nice. We don't do much.
Well, enjoy your holiday.
Hey, same to you. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yes. All right, folks, we'll talk to you guys soon, and make sure you start 2025 off right. So happy holidays from Serenity Wealth.
This is Serenity Wealth Now with Chris Cooper. Request a free copy of Chris's latest book, The New Holistic Retirement, by visiting SerenityNowTax.com. That's Serenity